Okay, we're here with Alexandra, and I'm going to give her a solid form. Now, here's what I want you to look at first. Her shortest piece is right here. I'm probably going to drop it down just a fraction because she didn't want to be too short. So I'll probably drop it down just a little bit, and we'll take everything off and give her a nice solid form. Now, the way I want to section this is go right back to the flat of the head, do my little horseshoe shaping up here because this works really well. Get that hair out of the way. We'll start at the underneath and get her little solid form finished. Cut the solid form using a stationary guide at 0 degrees. If I take the shortest piece, well, we've already got it pinned up now, but we'll take the shortest piece. Let's do that before I clip it. Let's take the shortest piece that we're going to go by, which will be right here. And with the head held level, I'll take it to the center back. We'll take that piece to the center back, and that tells me that I can cut off at least 2 or 2.5 inches to have a nice flow to the outer perimeter. Let's get her clipped up, get this top out of our way while we cut the underneath. And this is at 0 degrees, solid form. And we're going to take all of the hair from the sides and push it to the back, right over the ear area. And we'll just gather the hair at the nape of the neck, and we're going to converge to the center, and we'll take this off at 0 degrees. Just do it in one cut. By converging that hair to the back, I know for sure that my sides are going to be longer. So I won't end up with the sides shorter. They're nice and long. Now I'll just do a center part, and we'll just clean up these layers. But pulling it to the back, cutting it in one piece, gets me my guideline and tells me exactly where I want to be. So now I'm just going to cut it right on the skin at 0. And it'll be real nice. Just clean up the pieces after you cut that guide in there. And that guide tells us exactly where to go. Any of that hair hanging out from underneath, we just cut. From the middle of the ear back. Now I'll tilt her, let's tilt her over just a little. All that little hair that's catching there, let's bring it to the back, and then just cut at 0. Same thing on the other side. Let's tilt it over from the center of the ear and just take it off. Then we'll check out the sides of the hair with Alexandra's head straight, and just bring it straight down. Because remember, this is going to be a solid form. And I want the front just a smidgen longer while it's wet. If I have to take off more when it's dry, I will. But what I don't want to happen is to have this short and this drooping down in the back. So I want to make sure that we have enough length on those sides to really be a good length and a good perimeter. Just combing straight down, checking it out. Now let's let the top hair down, and we'll just comb it in the natural fall of the hair, right where it naturally falls. And here again, I'm going to converge to the back. We'll converge right to the back so that those sides are still nice and long. Hold it right to where I cut the other part underneath, just to get rid of that hair and create that little guideline in there. And you see, by pulling it to the back, you'll always have these sides a little longer. So then when you come back, you can just come straight down and blend it in. So we'll have a very nice solid form here. Holding it down at 0. Keep it at 0 elevation. It's going to be very pretty on Alexandra. How could I lose with this face anyway? That would be hard. All right, just combing everything down. And checking it out. And that's probably about 2 inches under the jawline. The little part that was shorter is now longer, and I've cut everything else to that. So this gives us our nice solid form. And we'll be back in just a moment with Alexandra's hair dried and tweaked. I'm here with Alexandra, and here again she's one of our solid forms, which is the classic traditional bob, and we do it in various ways. We did one today for you in a solid with the bangs. We've done one shorter in the back and swinging longer. This is more or less all the way straight around. All the way around, it's basically the same. Not a whole lot of drag in the front. We went by one of her pieces that was short. I didn't go by the very shortest because it's here. It would have been a little too short, so we dropped it down just a notch. A bob in a solid form is going to always be good, and when the perimeter is great, there's nothing any prettier. And of course, on hair like this and a face like Alexandra, it really is nice. And really getting that color in there like we did is really beautiful. So there's our little classic solid form.